85th minute of a World Cup semi-final. Argentina a goal down to England, 5 minutes from going out. And Enzo Fernández scored. It means Lionel Messi at 39 gets one more Sunday. And running the middle of the pitch, the same as he has all tournament, was a 25-year-old who once begged for this from behind a keyboard. Because before this is over, you will read the posts he wrote about Lionel Messi as a teenage nobody, years before anyone knew his name. You will see him do the exact same thing 4 years ago, off the bench, when Argentina's last World Cup was one match from collapse. And you will see the night he became the most expensive footballer in British history. Enzo Fernández was born in 2001 in San Martín on the edge of Buenos Aires and joined River Plate as a small boy. In Buenos Aires, football is not a hobby, it is an inheritance. His came in red and white. He grew up inside that club, while Lionel Messi grew into the best player on earth, an ocean away. And like every Argentine kid of his generation, Enzo worshipped him. Understand what Messi is to an Argentine born in 2001. Enzo was 5 when the legend started, 13 for the World Cup final Messi lost, and there for every heartbreak in between. Except Enzo did it in public. As a teenager, he posted about Messi again and again, a nobody in the academy system, dreaming out loud about one day playing beside him. Those posts are still there. Remember them. The climb was not instant. River loaned him to little defensor Y Justicia, his first time away from home. It worked. He came back with a Continental Cup, won in an empty pandemic stadium. The first major trophy of his life, at a club a fraction of River's size. Back at River, 2022 made him the best midfielder in Argentina. Goals, assists, and the monumental singing his name. When River sold him that summer, the fans did not riot. They understood. Kids like this do not stay in Argentina anymore. They come back later, in a different shirt, on a bigger stage. In the summer of 2022, Benfica bought him for less than €20 million. Lisbon fell for him in weeks, and the Champions League learned his name just as fast. Within months, that fee would look like theft. Because then came Qatar. Argentina arrived unbeaten in 36 matches and lost their opening game to Saudi Arabia. One of the great shocks in World Cup history. One more slip, and the champions-to-be were out in the groups. Enzo was 21, uncapped that spring, and starting the tournament on the bench. Against Mexico, with the whole country holding its breath, they sent him on. 87th minute. He curled one into the corner from the edge of the box. The goal that buried the fear, from a kid who had made his international debut 2 months earlier. That was the substitute's goal you were promised at the start. After it, Scaloni could not leave him out. He started every knockout match on the road to the trophy. Argentina went all the way, and Enzo lifted the World Cup at 21, standing next to the man he used to post about. FIFA named him the best young player of the entire World Cup. From the bench to the best, in a month. 6 weeks later, on transfer deadline day, Chelsea paid Benfica £106.8 million, a deal closed in the final hours of the window after weeks of Benfica refusing. A British record fee, for a man who half a year earlier had cost 20. What followed was harder. He joined a Chelsea in chaos, mid-table, and endlessly rebuilding, and the record fee hung around his neck through 2 rough seasons. He played under 4 different head coaches in his first 2 years at the club. The project kept restarting around him. He kept standing. At Stamford Bridge the songs took time. A record fee buys expectation, not affection. The second one has to be earned. But he outlasted the chaos. By 2025, he was the spine of the team, and the trophies finally came. A European trophy in May. In July 2025, Chelsea beat Paris Saint-Germain to win the Club World Cup, with Enzo at the heart of it. The record signing had become the point of the team. 2.5 years after the most expensive bet in British football history, the bet had paid. And the best version of him was saving itself for this summer. Which brings us to this summer, and a title defense no one has managed since Brazil in 1962. It nearly died early. In the round of 32, tiny Cape Verde took the champions to extra time at 3-2, and Argentina survived by a deflected own goal. By inches. Round by round they ground forward, with a 39-year-old Messi conducting what might be the last international football of his life, and Enzo doing the running beneath him. That is the quiet truth of this Argentina. Every pass Messi no longer has to make, Enzo makes for him. The fan grew into the legs of his idol. Then came England in Atlanta. Anthony Gordon put them ahead just before the hour, and the title defence was suddenly 30 minutes from over. 85th minute, the same man, the same rescue 4 years later. Enzo Fernández levelled it, and Argentina were alive. And once the door opened, Lautaro Martinez kicked it down. 2-1. The champions were through. Argentina are in the final. Sunday, MetLife Stadium. One win from back-to-back World Cups, something only Italy and Brazil have ever done. Waiting for them, Spain. The champions of Europe, the best team of this summer, a side nobody has beaten all tournament. The champions of the world against the champions of Europe, with everything on the table. Somewhere online, there is still a teenager's post about dreaming of playing with Messi. On Sunday, that teenager runs Messi's midfield in a World Cup final. The fan who made it onto the pitch, the boy who saved one World Cup off the bench and saved the next one in the 85th minute of a semi-final. Nobody knows how Sunday ends. Not you, not me, not him. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Beyond the Boots for more. The boots tell the story. We just follow the footsteps.